You want to become successful. You can feel that there is more to life than what you are presently enduring. It has crossed your mind more than once that maybe you are doing things the wrong way. You need a new approach to ensure you give life your best shot at becoming one of the individuals that history can never forget. You can make your indelible mark on the line of history as a successful person by trying some success rituals. You are right about needing an approach to attain success. Success rituals share insight into steps that successful individuals conduct daily and some that you might want to implement in your life. The natural order of life is that things go through stages. Success rituals are processes that individuals endure to become prosperous. Achievements during the stages are different for everyone. However, there are similarities in each stage of the success rituals, just as how there are similarities in the stages to produce a child, but the outcome differs. Success rituals have certain fundamentals that every successful individual had to do, and some which they had to learn how to overcome. Likewise, you must decide without any form of doubt that you too will have to work hard and overcome whatever obstacles you will encounter on your journey. You might be the one that will develop before the expected time frame for one to become a success. Do not delay for another minute. It is time to discover empowering success rituals, which will assist you to conquer your fears and progress on your destined journey of prosperity. In this video, we'll talk about the success rituals fundamentals. So, what exactly is ritual? Ritual is just a synonym of the word habit. We all know that our thoughts and actions over a period of time will determine how we progress in life. Positive rituals yield positive results, and negative rituals will produce undesirable results. We have so many rags to riches stories, and you might be a rag story awaiting the right rituals to change your situation to riches. But did you know that you will never know until you examine your life and make the necessary modifications? It is time to change your perception about rituals. Have you ever come across individuals with similar success rituals, but they all produce different results? This is because everyone has different opportunities, and how we react to situations is different. Notably, persons will have similar talent, but each talent comes with a unique ability. If you do not discover the uniqueness that comes with your talent, you might never truly stand out from the others that are in the exact field as you are. If you cannot produce extraordinary results, then your advancement will be either mediocre or below average. Mediocre and below average results will never give you the title of a successful person. You will only discover the uniqueness that comes with your talent after you have started using your talent. Let's take a look at some success rituals fundamentals that you must ensure you develop. Build your rock-solid success rituals starting with those listed on the ladder below. The first step on the success rituals fundamentals is to believe in you. If you do not believe in yourself, you will never really discover your true potentials. Apart from finding what hidden treasures of skills you have buried within, is knowing how and when you are at your best. Some people will tell you that they think better having a hot cup of coffee, some after they take a shower or go for a jog. Then ideas will start to overflow in their head. Think back to the time you were able to unravel your best idea. So take a moment to ask yourself, what were you doing at the time that happened, and where were you when that happened? If possible, go back to that exact location and repeat the same action of what you were doing and try to discover more great ideas. You'll need to purchase a notebook. It's imperative that you always have something close by to write down your thoughts. I'm suggesting that you get a notebook because ideas will pop into your head at various hours of the day or night. Developing the healthy habit of jotting down your ideas also gives you the opportunity to analyze better your plans and to be able to group or tweak them. That is progress, and you will feel good at what you've accomplished and be more motivated to put them into action. You are elated now because you have chosen what you believe is the best idea and you are ready to put it into action. It will be at this moment that fear will opt to cripple your mind. Creating doubts about your idea and your ability to implement them successfully. The only way to dispel your fear is to take the necessary steps to set realistic goals and timelines for your concepts. The moment you decide to continue with your ideas, you will feel the power fear had over your mind slowly losing its grip. Fear will entirely lose its grip on your mind when your concept becomes an action. So go ahead, even if you have to move with wobbling legs and shaking fingers. Take your leap of faith. Now, let's talk about the fundamentals ladder of success rituals. Goal setting and time management are equally important on the Success Rituals Fundamentals ladder. If you do not set targets with timelines, then you will have nothing to work towards and no achievements to look forward to celebrating. Hard work and determination is what will transform your goals into reality. If you only work hard some of the times, then you should anticipate the partial result. A mind that is determined is the fuel for hard work, and hard work keeps you determined. That is why both of them have to be used together consistently. For me, the final Success Rituals Fundamentals is never fear failure. It's inevitable that you will fail at some stage of your plan. Failure varies for different individuals. You might experience a massive failure, and you have to start your journey entirely from the first step. Your failure might be minor, and with a few adjustments, things can be back on the progress level. If you fear failure, you will not be able to recover from misfortunes. When you face failure, accept it, analyze what is the possible cause or causes, and start strategizing immediately to correct, as well as prevent it from reoccurring, your fears will begin to diminish. Success rituals are crucial because we all need them to become successful. Take things step by step while you discover yourself and find your sole purpose for being awarded the gift of life. Learn to enjoy your roller coaster ride that life is guaranteed to take you on. Remember that no matter how badly you fail, you can always rise again if you work hard and if you are determined enough. In this video, we'll talk about the rituals of highly successful individuals and how it will help you get ahead of the regular folks in life. Now, let's take a look at the morning, evening, and business rituals of some highly successful individuals. Number 1, Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder and CEO of Facebook. I'm wondering, have you noticed that the man who has his name enlisted on almost all the billionaire lists that you can grace your eyes on seems to only have gray t-shirts? These gray t-shirts are not a uniform for his company. The wearing of only gray t-shirts by Mark Zuckerberg is a deliberate act. It's his way of saving time in the mornings. Even after he is sometimes up all night having a discussion with an employee, you could still find Mark Zuckerberg up when the clock strikes 6 in the morning. Without having to worry what clothing to wear for the day, Mark Zuckerberg grabs his outfit, which is usually his gray t-shirt, and then he's off to work at his office early in the morning. Number 2, Padmasree Warrior, CEO Next EV, US. A true warrior of time and rising early in the mornings to complete most of her tasks is Padmasree Warrior. While the night shadows cover the land and with the twinkling of the stars, which probably reminds her that she's among the most successful women, at 4:30 in the morning, Padmasree Warrior is up and working. Padmasree Warrior starts the day by going through her emails for approximately an hour. Then she ensures she is kept informed about current affairs by reading the newspaper. After her reading of the papers, then it is time to ensure she remains fit and healthy, so she exercises. After her daily morning rituals, she's in her office by 8:30 in the morning, ready to take on the challenges of a new workday. Tim Cook, CEO, Apple. Tim Cook not only enjoys his race of being up before the sun, but he is very proud of the fact that he is the first one to be at his company in the mornings and the last one to leave during the evenings. You can check for an email from Tim Cook as early as 3:45 in the morning because that's when he gets up, and has become known for sending company emails at that time in the mornings. Tim Cook is one who ensures that he maintains his health, therefore you can find him in the gym by 5 in the morning. Jack Dorsey, co-founder, Twitter. Tweet might be some of the twittering that Jack Dorsey hears at 5:30 in the morning when he is taking his 6-mile jog. Jack Dorsey also takes some time to meditate before he leaves for his run in the mornings. Jack Ma, founder, Alibaba Group. As precious and swift as the wind is the commodity time. We cannot preserve time, and once passed, we can either give thanks that we have used our time productively or live with the regrets of what we never used our time to accomplish. Knowing how precious time and his family are, Jack Ma is up by 7 in the morning at the latest. Jack Ma uses half an hour to complete some task, and then he ensures he spends some quality time with his family. Karen Golden, founder and CEO, Hintwater. It's time to take a hint. Most highly successful individuals are hitting the work button before the day is dawn. And Karen Golden is among those who are doing so. Karen Golden's day begins at 5:30 in the morning. She peruses through her work calendar, ensuring that she has no exigent meetings, and then she responds to emails. By 7:15, Kara Golden starts making her business calls, but not before she saturates her taste buds with a double latte, and she goes hiking with her husband. David Cush, CEO, Virgin America. Crunch time is at 4:15 in the morning for David Cush. His fingers get busy to dial his associates' numbers who are on the East Coast, but not before he took some time to send emails. Next, David Cush tunes his ears to Dallas Sports Radio while his eyes are kept busy reading the newspaper. Then he's off to the gym to ensure he keeps himself fit. Dan Lee, Director, Next Desk. It's time for a standing ovation because Dan Lee is up by the clock strike of 3:30 in the morning. Dan Lee ensures that he is completely hydrated by drinking 2 liters of water. Then he also consumes 2 cups of coffee and smooths things off with a smoothie. After Dan Lee hydrates his body, the next 90 minutes he shares with his dog and reading. He reads for 1 hour and spends half an hour with his dog. Clearing his pores through perspiration, you can find Dan Lee in the gym from 5:15 to 6:15 in the morning. When the clock ticks its way to 7:15 in the morning, Dan Lee is already in his office, prepared to tackle the challenges of a new workday. Sally Krawcheck, co-founder, CEO, Ellevest. It is the romancing of the mind with the lights dimmed, or sometimes she seeks warmth from the fireplace, along with a hot cup of coffee, and Sally Krawcheck is ready to start her day at 4 in the morning. While the lights might be dimmed in her home at 4 in the morning, Sally Krawcheck is shining bright with ideas because that is when her creative flair comes to light best. Indra Nooyi, CEO, PepsiCo. Popping as early as 4 in the morning is Indra Nooyi. Her first task is ensuring that her plans are organized for the new day. Indra Nooyi is usually buzzing in her office by 7 in the morning. Richard Branson, founder and chairman, Virgin Group. He is certainly no virgin when it comes to rising early. Not even the comfort of his private island can prevent him from pulling his curtains at 5:45 in the mornings to watch the rising of the sun. With a fantastic view of the rising sun, which comes with the opportunity to enjoy his fortune for another day, Richard Branson maintains his health by exercising and having a healthy breakfast. Then he's off to work to ensure that he keeps making his billions. Now let's move on to talk about the evening rituals of 5 highly successful individuals. Number 1. Bill Gates, CEO, Microsoft. Bill Gates was dubbed the richest man in the world according to Forbes' billionaires list. He reads for an hour almost every night before going to bed, no matter how late he gets home. One of the topics that have consistently sustained his reading habit is business-related issues, which Bill Gates uses to assess changes in the market. No surprise right there. He also reads about politics and healthcare. Joel Gascon, CEO, Buffer. Walking for 20 minutes every evening. During his walk, Joel Gascon assesses his workday, analyzes his greatest challenges, and then he will slowly stop thinking about work when the shadow of tiredness takes over his body. Arianna Huffington, founder, Huffington Post. At night, Arianna Huffington disconnects from the world of technology by turning off all her electronic devices. Then she dissolves the stress from her workday by taking a hot bath. Arianna Huffington pulls the shutters on her day, wearing her pajamas while she reads a physical book. Kenneth Chenault, CEO, American Express. Kenneth Chenault gets a head start to his day by setting goals for 3 things he wants to achieve every night before he goes to bed. Oprah Winfrey, businesswoman and media mogul. Oprah Winfrey ends her days just how she starts them. She meditates twice per day, once in the mornings and once in the evenings. Next, we'll talk about the business rituals of 3 highly successful individuals. Number 1, Amancio Ortega. He made it to the Forbes billionaire list as the 2nd wealthiest person in the world. Amancio Ortega has 5 business rituals which have guided him to success. 1. Speed is very important. Amancio Ortega took the retail industry by storm in 1975 when he founded his company named Zara. He used the tactic of ensuring that 2 times per week his store was restocked with the latest fashion. Another one of his strategies was getting new styles of clothing before his competitors and the timely processing of customers' orders within 48 hours. Amancio Ortega's plan worked because he was able to satisfy his market better than his competitors and have earned his organization the name of fast fashion. 2. Obsess with your customer's need. One of Amancio Ortega's mottos is that the clients are the driven force behind a business and should always be the central focus when designing your business. Customers' needs must also be your focal point when you are deciding on the operational systems that you will implement at your business, style of clothing that you will be selling, and any other activity that requires you interacting with your customers. Being customer-focused meant that Amancio Ortega conducts consistent market research. His detailed analysis included him observing fashion blogs and directly garnering information from customers to keep a brief of the current trends in clothing. 3. Being in control of your distribution channels. Amancio Ortega capitalizes on the cost-effectiveness of China clothing, but he also imports most of his products from other regions such as Morocco, Spain, and Portugal. Designing and sewing his products is one medium of how Amancio Ortega swiftly meets the needs of his market by supplying them with the latest trends in fashion. He also utilizes a local network of sewing shops by having his designs cut and treated in mills. Then they are sewn by local sewing shops. 4. Being committed to your roots. His ears buzzing from the ideas his employees share with him as he sits and works alongside them is the only office that Amancio Ortega has ever had. Amancio Ortega is from humble beginnings. He's the son of a housemaid and railway worker, but his desire for a better life led him to stop attending school at the age of 14 to start earning. Knowing what it's like to have nothing, Amancio Ortega never got himself an office, but instead, he takes a hands-on approach by working with his employees. Age has not slowed him down because even at the age of 80, Amancio Ortega still goes to his office on most days. 5. Continuous innovations. Complacency has no place among those who want to progress and for those who want to remain successful. To become complacent is the biggest mistake you can make. You must have either a grow or die attitude. And if you really want to be innovative, then you cannot focus on the results. Number 2, Carlos Slim Helú. Carlos Slim Helú has the tag of the 4th richest man in the world according to the Forbes billionaire list. He has 10 business rituals. 1. Making money in a downturn. Recessions cannot hinder Carlos Slim Helú from acquiring new businesses. His strategy is to take advantage of the companies that have been affected by the economic crisis, which has no significant financial problems. Some of the best companies are sold for half their values during a recession. Carlos Slim Helú was able to purchase the largest cement company in the world, Cemex, during the recession. Cemex currently has a net worth of approximately $6 billion. 2. Simplicity in organizational structures is best. Having a simple organizational structure with minimal hierarchical levels will allow executives to lower line employees to be able to interact more frequently, sustain flexibility, and assist in quick decision-making capability. 3. Remain focused on innovation, growth, training, and quality. It is vital that you focus on innovation, growth, quality of products, training for employees, and continually improving production processes. Analyze your organization based on global benchmarks. Seek the most cost-effective means when possible to reduce expenses and increase productivity as well as your competitiveness. 4. You must live without fear and guilt. Carlos Slim Helú believes fear is the worst weakness that men can have. Fear first weakens you, then it impedes your action, and eventually leads to depression. He believes that guilt is a terrible burden in people's lives, which influences the way one thinks and acts. Guilt and fear create difficulty for your present day, and it's a hindrance for your future. To overcome both fear and guilt, one must have good sense. Accept ourselves as we are, which means with whatever virtue, disappointments, and realities. 5. Making wise investments in areas that customers find it difficult to avoid you. Carlos Slim Helú has made investments in a variety of industries. He has invested in the health sector, clothing industry, real estate, bakeries, telecommunication, academic institutions, and museums, just to name a few. Carlos Slim Helú's many investments have given him the opportunity to serve his customers daily through various mediums, making it impossible for them to conduct business and not contributing to one of his establishments. 6. A good education will assist you to manage a big business better. Carlos Slim Helú believes that good decision-making facilitates business success. You'll be able to make better business decisions if you are armed with the information to do so. This comes from increasing your knowledge through education. 7. Try to be humble no matter your status. Carlos Slim Helú is aware that riches also come with a lot of responsibility. However, this has not prevented him from spending time with his family. He assigned 2 days out of each week for quality time with his family. 1 day for dinner with his sons and another day for dinner with his 23 grandchildren. Carlos Slim Helú, with all his billions, still drives himself to work, which is approximately an hour away from his home. He also lived in the same home in the same neighborhood for over 40 years. 8. Prepare yourself for big opportunities. Carlos Slim Helú believes one of the characteristics of becoming a successful entrepreneur is having the skill to identify great business opportunities and capitalize on your chances. 9. Committing to the game. Entrepreneurship and investing is like a game. If you want to succeed, then it requires you to become committed to your entrepreneurial process and make decisions as if you are playing to win your entrepreneur and investing game to achieve success. 10. Comprehending your business to the core. Allegedly, Carlos Slim Helú controls approximately 200 companies in different regions around the globe. He was able to accomplish this by ensuring that he comprehends his business to the core. David Koch, the 10th billionaire on the Forbes billionaires list. David Koch shared his 5 tips for you to start learning from those who are rich. 1. Creating wealth through earnings and not saving. Successful individuals like David Koch have continuous thoughts on how to earn big money and how to expand their potential profits. If you are not significantly increasing the sum of money that you have, then there is a good chance that your savings will not make you a wealthy person. 2. Never be afraid to believe in your ability, and you should take smart risks. Many individuals refuse from taking risks because the possibility exists that they might fail. However, those who are successful know that you have to take risks, both financially and in your personal life, if you want to earn significant rewards. Successful individuals also accept that failure is the price you pay for your ultimate learning experiences, and you must develop the confidence to continue after you have failed. 3. Do not become emotionally attached to money. Prosperous individuals take a rational approach when they are building their wealth. They do not allow any negative emotions like anxiety, greed, or regret to daunt their financial decisions, which have led to better chances for them to become successful. 4. Capitalize on all your opportunities. Successful individuals understand that every opportunity presents the possibility for them to achieve more, even if it's a partnership, project, or they are just negotiating to venture into a new business. They understand as well as appreciate the significance of networking. Successful individuals are always seeking new business ventures while capitalizing on their current assets to generate more income from different areas. Their positive attitude in every opportunity contributes to achievements in their business ventures and also to their wealth. 5. Understanding that your time does not equal money. Dispel the belief that the time you spent working hard will be equivalent to your level of success. Undoubtedly, successful individuals do work hard, but they have to work even smarter. It's not necessarily how hard you work, but how smart you are working. Smart working means you strategize your time wisely. How you utilize your assets for them assist you to increase your earnings. You should aspire to become an expert in your field, no matter what field of business you're working. If your greatest desire is to disengage yourself from the grip of poverty, then you should adopt the rituals of the wealthy. Be fearless and have absolute confidence in your abilities. Believe that you deserve to have all the best that life has to offer. In this video, we'll talk about empowering and disempowering rituals. But before that, take a moment to ask yourself, are my rituals empowering me or are they disempowering me? Make a list of your daily rituals that you have been doing over the past 10 years. Analyze the outcome of each of these rituals. From your analysis of the habits that you have developed over the time, how did they assist you in progressing to your desired goals? How has your daily routine affected your relationship with your family and your friends? If the answers to the above questions are ones which clearly state that your habits have generated only a negative or mostly negative impact in your life, then it is evident that you have disempowering rituals. It is time to change those disempowering rituals to empowering rituals. Next, we'll talk about the power of your thoughts. Did you know that you have the power to change your thoughts, which will eventually influence your actions? Every one of your actions came about because of a thought that you had initiated, whether the idea came about consciously or it was a subconscious thought. Therefore, to create empowering rituals, you will have to learn how to reprogram your mind. To accomplish the reprogramming of your thoughts, you first have to find an empowering ritual that you will be using to replace the disempowering one. Start your day with the right attitude, full of energy and refreshed with ideas. When your day gets off to a good start, you'll be able to use your time more productively. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we structure our activities for the day can make a lot of difference. Let's take a look at some disempowering rituals that you might be practicing and were not aware that they are not empowering you. 9 common disempowering rituals. 1. Getting out of bed long after the sun has comfortably settled itself in the sky and has provided great warmth for the earth. 2. Lack of physical and mental exercise. 3. Unhealthy eating habits, which are leading to degenerative and other fatal health issues. 4. Your time is used for reading and watching the wrong kind of materials, which cannot assist you to achieve your ultimate goals. 5. The individuals that we interact with on a daily basis influence our thought process a lot more than we often realize. Evaluate your acquaintances. If you associate yourself with people who are thriving for success or who are already successful, then you will be motivated to change your lifestyle to be more in line with the successful people whom you are now associating yourself. 6. Never making any plans for your day. You just go with the flow of any events. If you are not making plans to achieve, then you have quickly set yourself up for failure. So do not be surprised when you reap failure's results. 7. Poor time management. You might have made plans for your day, but you spend too much time conducting rituals that are unproductive. 8. While it is true that most of the world's wealthiest individuals might not have a master's degree, they continually educate themselves through daily reading of books or by watching various videos that will assist them in improving their skill sets. 9. The poor allocation of your finances is a disempowering ritual. Investing your money in things that cannot return a profit on your dollar will not let you become rich. It is nice to have a fancy car, beautiful clothes, and dine at the best restaurants, but these must only be a reward for the assets you have amassed through your hard work. Living like the rich and famous when your bank account along with your wallet is still living in poor man's land is a perfect example of you allocating your funds poorly. All the finer things of life that you want to enjoy will still be available when you have mastered your success rituals, and you are financially capable of living life as a wealthy and famous individual. Next, we'll move on to talk about 6 empowering rituals. 1. Exercise. Your greatest wealth will always be your health. You should never sacrifice your health to achieve wealth. Your wealth will never truly restore your health, and you might not even live long enough to enjoy your success. 2. You must eat healthy and ensure you have adequate rest. 3. Get up early in the mornings. A great ritual that you must develop is to get out of bed early in the mornings. Creating a great head start to your day and life begins with you getting up early. 4. Make plans in your journal for the following day before you go to bed at night and evaluate activities of your day. 5. Find time to unwind and meditate. Spend some quality time with those you love. 6. Invest in yourself by increasing your knowledge about the field that you are in, and also learn how to spend your money wisely. Consistently assess how your current assets can be allocated to allow you to earn more in different areas. What you do daily influences your life. If your rituals are disempowering, then you will never yield positive or favorable results. On the contrary, if your rituals are empowering, then you have a greater possibility of achieving some form of reward. Success starts in your mind with the thoughts that are in the forefront of your head, because those thoughts are what will eventually empower your daily actions. Take a bit of advice from a woman who has dragged herself from the gutter of poverty to stand proudly among the wealthy. Oprah Winfrey stated, "What we dwell on is who we become." In this video, we'll discover how to build your own success rituals. You cannot build your own success rituals if you are not aware of what it is that you need to be doing to ensure you become successful in your given field. Want to be successful? If you actually want to become successful, then you must find out what rituals those who are successful in your given field have. Then, based on the information that you have garnered, you will build your own success rituals. I believe it can be comfortably said that the majority of successful individuals are always out of bed before the sun rises. With that said, the first ritual that you should build is ensuring that you are also out of bed before the sun rises. Let's examine the benefits of rising early in the mornings. 1. There is just something about the dawn of a new day, before the sun makes its appearance in the sky, that fills your inner vessel with a lot of hope. Not even the polluted air, which is often found in urban regions, can eradicate that morning whiff of hope, even if you just open a window in your home and take a swift, deep breath of it. 2. A second benefit of rising early in the mornings is that you don't have a lethargic feeling, which typically comes with rising after the sun has risen. 3. You can get a lot more done during a day by having an early start. 4. The peacefulness of the morning gives you a chance to filter your thoughts more accurately and make better plans. So you have mastered the task of getting up early. That's great. However, you must use your time productively. The best part of becoming wealthy is to know that you had done so while maintaining or with no compromise to your health. To maintain or not to compromise your health, you will have to watch what you consume and ensure that you do at least a half hour of physical exercise each day, or for a minimum of 3 days per week. Did you know that the most successful individuals have incorporated exercise into their daily routine? Therefore, the next morning ritual that you should develop is exercise. Exercise is important to get your body in shape, but it also helps with developing a healthier mind for you to function better. Exercising, as you know, is only a part of the process to keep healthy. You also have to eat healthy if you want the exercise to work efficiently. Exercising and eating healthy is one way that you might cheat death to live a little longer so you can enjoy your wealth. So I'm sure it's worth taking the shot at having a healthy lifestyle. Besides that, the aspiration to become the best at what you do is something that you must take into consideration when you are building your rituals. The great inventor and co-founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." You should consistently brainstorm for ideas that will improve the plans you already have and what will uniquely set you apart from others. Whoever is the best in the market will also amass the most success. Allocate time to cover all areas of your life. You will need to find the time to exercise, meditate, make your schedule, and for work. You need time to have fun with your family and friends. Start creating your own opportunities for success by ensuring you have some highly successful individuals in your circle. You already know that success is something that you have to work to obtain. So, you not only have to think like those who are the best, but start talking, dressing, and acting like you are the best too. That's a sure way of setting yourself up to become the best in your given field. In this video, we'll talk about the 6 core success rituals. Before that, there's one thing that you have to keep in mind. Each area is important to create balance in your life. If you ignore one of the 6 core areas of success, then you will not be able to function at your best. You will have a sense of lacking in your life, and you might even waste your time trying to fill the void with the wrong things. Now, let's look into the 6 core areas of success. 1. Physical health. 2. Emotions. 3. Relationships. 4. Career or business. 5. Finances. 6. Spirituality. 1. Physical health. The emphasis can never be too much on how important it is to ensure you do all that's possible to sustain your physical health. It's quite logically that one of two things will occur if you do not maintain your physical health. It's either that you will have to spend your fortune on medications and doctors, or you will be snatched to an early death due to some form of health issue. Exercise, eat healthy, get adequate sleep, and drinking a lot of water can assist in keeping you healthy. 2. Emotions. Your emotions affect your mind. If you are mentally unhealthy or unstable, then you cannot make objective decisions. A decision that is made when someone is emotionally unstable can wreak havoc on your life and has the potential to become very drastic, which we have all either heard, read, or experienced personally. All the 6 core areas of success are correlated. Take, for example, if something happens to trigger your emotions in a negative way, you're feeling sad or you might be angry, you can always exercise to calm yourself down. It's not only your negative emotions that you need to learn to control because if you are too excited or happy, but you can also make a wrong decision. For example, if you are overzealous, you might spend money on things which you don't need, and that money could have been invested in something that will increase your income. Life is about creating the right balance in everything you do. 3. Relationships. Your relationships can affect your health and your emotions. A toxic relationship will leave you with feelings of despair and anger. Unhappiness and rage can lead to depression. Depression will affect your progress, either by you losing time to work or by you making decisions which will ultimately result in failure. The benefit of good relationships will create heaven for you on earth. The world in your eyes is at peace because your heart is full of love and your mind will have its cover made from thoughts of joy. You will function better. You will be more eager to get up in the mornings because you are grateful for another day to be with the ones you love. Examine your relationships and see how they are impacting your life. If being around someone makes you feel burdened, or you feel as if that person is pulling all your hope and the joy out of you, then that is a toxic connection. You need to disconnect from that person. Relationships that motivate you to become better or the ones that help your ideas sparkle are what you need in your life. 4. Career or business. Did you know that simply by observing the attitude people display at their place of work can always tell you who loves their job from those who don't? If you are not in the job or business which makes you feel that this is what you were born to do, then you might be in the wrong field. Your career or business must leave you feeling fulfilled no matter the obstacles you face daily. The belief that the world could not exist without you doing that business or career finds its resting place in your mind and heart. When in the right field, it will be easier to keep focus, and because of the passion you have for your career and business, failure cannot convince you to quit. 5. Finances. Wealthy and happy is all of our heart's desire. However, if you want to be wealthy, it might take years of hard work to become rich, but it only takes a minute with a bad investment, which will result in you losing all your money. Never spend money on things just because you want to impress others. That is definitely not a ritual of success individuals. The wealthiest people live humble lives. You must also adopt the principle of giving back to the less fortunate. Just as how you will start practicing the other success rituals, this is one habit you must also develop. Allocate whatever you can afford to charity now, and as your wealth increases, then you increase the portion for charity as well. 6. Spirituality. No matter what your religion preference may be, spirituality is an important aspect of spiritual success. Spirituality can be found all around you, from the time you spend in nature to meditation to your religious practices. Did you know that spirituality has the ability to ground you and keep you close to both your own personal feelings and help you work through anxiety and emotion, which will enable you to make sound and important judgments? Choose a spiritual ritual for yourself and stick with it each and every day. In this video, we'll talk about the morning success rituals. A vast amount of information was shared about morning success rituals throughout these videos, and it's evident that you have to start your day right to create the perfect momentum for the rest of the day. 1. Smile. Your first exercise routine should be a smile. A smile is free. It's the best cosmetic surgery, and it will help to relax you. Try smiling right now and see if you don't feel an instant peace in your heart. 2. Show gratitude. After you smile, then you should show gratitude to the world around you for the ability to experience a new day. Through meditation, you will hear your inner voice more distinctly. You will have the opportunity to search your soul and discover your most profound desires. Sometimes, if you listen keenly, you will begin to understand exactly what your path should be. 3. Drink more water. Drink some water, at least a liter, to hydrate your body. Water helps with circulation, improves your skin tone, assists with your weight loss, and the purification of your body. Water is the best drink to have. It is imperative that you always consult your physician about things that will affect how your body functions before attempting to do them. 4. Positive affirmation. You need positive affirmation. Motivational audios or books are a great source of motivation. After you meditate, then you can listen or read from something from your favorite motivator. Positive affirmation is a must among your daily routine, and you have to learn to be your greatest source of inspiration. This will help to block all the negative voices which will tell you that you do not have the ability to achieve. Feeding your mind with positive food sets the tone for you to improve your knowledge. Take some time in the morning to read. Most of the knowledge you will acquire in life will come from your experiences and what you teach yourself. 5. Exercise. Next, you engage in some vigorous exercise. Go for a long walk or run. Do some stretches or yoga. Get physically active. By the time you've completed the above activities, you will feel fully rejuvenated and ready to face the new day. You can start with your most challenging task and then work your way through the others. How you end your day can impact how your day starts. Therefore, aim to end your day on a good note. Your body needs time to unwind from the wear and tear of the workday. Take some time to relax in the evenings. Designate time for your family. Never neglect the ones you love in pursuit of your wealth. It will be very lonely at the top of the ladder of success if you do not have anyone to share your success with. 6. Plan for tomorrow. Make plans for the next day. Prioritize your task. Make a list of those that are critical to least important. Assess your day if you have accomplished your entire task, and if you had not, what prevented you from achieving that task? If it is possible, you should exercise in the evenings too. Say goodbye to the world of work with whatever relaxation techniques you have, and settle in for a healthy, prosperous future. In this video, I will share with you the evening success rituals for going to bed every night feeling fulfilled with a big smile on your face. These rituals are the follow-up to your morning rituals to reflect and celebrate after your day's activities. While morning rituals are highly encouraged to be incorporated into everyone's daily routine, the evening rituals are equally important to get the most out of your day. After all, there's no point to start off a race full of energy, but no idea how to end it. So I don't want you to miss this crucial part to inspire your success and celebrate it. You may be consistently crushing your goals one after another, but Unless you take the time to celebrate every victory in your life, then you're definitely not getting the most out of your day and missing out on a lot of magic moments and sense of fulfillment that you should be experiencing at this moment. Here are the evening success rituals that I highly recommend incorporating into your evening routine. 1. Empowering evening questions. 2. Seizing your magic moments. 3. Celebrate. 1. Empowering evening questions. At the beginning of the evening success rituals, the main focus is to reflect your day. And the best way to reflect is to ask powerful questions, not just any questions that beat yourself up. I call these powerful questions empowering evening questions, designed to help you reflect on your entire day and come up with constructive ideas to shape a better tomorrow. So the first thing you should do is to find a quiet place where you won't be easily disturbed and distracted for a set amount of time in order to go deep into your daily reflection. Did you know that the questions you ask determine what you focus on? That's the reason why the type of questions you ask yourself is extremely important. Ask a lousy question, and you'll feel lousy. Ask a good question, and you will feel amazing. The fact is, there's always good and bad in each day, and what you ask yourself decides what you'll focus on each night before hitting the sack. What you focus on determines how you feel about that particular day. Since there's always good and bad, why not be proactive and decide that you only want to acknowledge the good that happened that day? Since you can decide how you're going to feel at the end of the day, why not choose to feel good instead of bad? Guess what happens if you constantly ask yourself empowering evening questions? Every day will be an awesome day for you, and you'll always feel like a rock star. Now, think of the level of accomplishments, productivity, and fulfillment you'll experience every day. I'll let you know about mine. Phenomenal. In fact, there's no such thing as a bad day. It all starts with your focus, and these empowering evening questions will help you do just that. Here's a list of questions that you can ask yourself every evening. What was fantastic about today? What did I learn today? What am I grateful for today? What was my biggest accomplishment for today? What would make today great? Don't just write down all your answers. Try to feel the emotions and energy coursing through your veins as you read out your answers out loud. Do this with level 10 intensity. Move, gesture, and smile widely as you answer them. Allow yourself to feel proud, excited, happy, loved, appreciated, etc. Trust me, you'll be amazed by what this simple exercise can do to your physical and emotional well-being. The more juice you'll get from the empowering evening questions exercise. 2. Seizing your magic moments. After you've gone through the empowering evening questions exercise, you'll be in an incredible state, but you don't want to stop right there. You should take this opportunity to seize these emotions and feelings by journaling all your successes, accomplishments, and magic moments. Otherwise, they'd be forgotten. So take out a journal and write down everything that happened on that day. List down everything you had done and all the powerful moments that you want to remember later on. Time passes by so fast, and we easily forget to really take in and appreciate the little things. At the end of your life, you won't be able to remember everything, but only certain moments. So I want to encourage you to take your time and capture all your successes and magic moments into your journal. One day, when you're feeling down and you see no hope in life, you have a journal to go back to and remind yourself of all the magic moments that you once had, and realize that your life is actually more incredible than you think. By journaling your magic moments, you'll be aware of what you were doing with your time and celebrate your victory. 3. Celebrate. Last but not least, celebrate. Celebrate your day to your heart's content. You deserve it. This is a powerful way to positively reinforce yourself. Don't beat yourself up for things you didn't do, tasks you procrastinated, food you shouldn't eat, etc. Because that's what most people do, which prompts them to feel awful and guilty about themselves. To make things worse, they repeat this process every day and they end up in a downward spiral that sets themselves up for more failures. Why bring so much pain in your life when there are so many good things that happen every day? Why not start recognizing and celebrating all the good that happened that day? What gets rewarded gets repeated. Did you know that when you celebrate your victory often, you'll invite more amazing things into your life? And soon you'll be conditioned to notice the good in every little thing that happens in your life. And soon you'll develop powerful habits such as gratitude, consistency, tenacity, and self-discipline. So, how do you celebrate? You really don't have to complicate things. Celebrating means giving yourself pleasure. It could be as simple as patting yourself on the back and saying to yourself, "Good job." Or treat yourself to a wholehearted meal, giving thanks, listening to your favorite music, or meditating with gratitude. The key is to give yourself pleasure. Oftentimes, we wait for others to praise, acknowledge, and reward us in order to feel happy, appreciated, and fulfilled. Why not be proactive and reward yourself when you can choose to be happy right now? Do not give up on your dreams. It might take time for you to achieve your goals, but with the power that is embedded in your mind, you can conquer the world one day at a time. Never let procrastination cripple your progress. Do not let failure deter you. Learn whatever lesson that comes with failing, then restart your journey. The more you use your skills, you will discover other hidden treasures of ability that were buried in you. I can guarantee that you will be astonished at the things you can do. Your talent can take you to places you have not even started to imagine about. The hard work and sacrifices you make to attain success will be worth it. In fact, when you start your journey to success, each challenge you overcome will become a distant memory because the rewards will outweigh the struggles. Remember, success is a lifestyle, one that a taste of it is very addictive. You can have your taste of success too. I might not know your name or where you're from. I might not know what you've been through or what you're going through now. However, I know that you have something within you, something that sets you apart from the rest of the individuals in your line of work. You need to find that part of your skill because it is your key to the door of success. No one in the world can do it for you. This is something you have to do on your own. I believe the fact that you have purchased this video is because that key, which is part of your skill, has been nudging you. It is telling you that you can do this. You have what it takes. Do not be afraid. All it takes are some small steps, and the small steps will one day be a very long journey, a journey of no regrets because you tried and had achieved. Everything in life is a choice. The only thing we do not have a choice about is when we will die. Watch your inner thoughts. They will influence what you do. Speak positive words to yourself every day. You will have many options, but never choose to quit, no matter how bad things get. Work on you. Self-education is a powerful tool. Utilize technology. Make some connection with people who are successful in your field. Sell them your plans. Describe your goals with such passion that they have to listen to you. Prepare yourself for the no's. It's just part of your learning experience on your journey. Do not get mad at those who will reject your plans. You cannot blame them for not understanding the greatness that lies within you. Most of the individuals who will tell you no now will one day plead with you to join their team. Keep a firm hold on your spirituality. It can ground you, bring you clarity, and motivate you to understand your inner self. Finding your place in the universe and with spirituality does not need to be religious-based. Spirituality is a state of consciousness that enables you to specify your desires and future with a clear mind and relaxed body. So what will be your choice? I believe you will take your first small step to success by conquering your fear and misery, because you are going to build your own success rituals as soon as you finish watching this video. Thank you for watching this video, and I am looking forward to seeing you at the top of the ladder of success. Good luck.
Focusing on the gaps. A common mistake that we tend to do is to place all our attention and energy on what is missing in our life. On the other hand, people that live an abundant life are natural at putting their energy on what they want to manifest. By switching your thoughts to be more oriented to what you want, you are painting a clear picture of what it is that you desire. By doing so, it is easier to find what you seek when you know what you want, as opposed to what you know you don't want. Forget about the present. Those who live an abundant life have a greater ability to stay in the present moment. They don't tend to dwell on past events, nor do they focus on the future for happier times. They consider the present moment to be a good time and also an opportunity to choose to be happy. They don't delay living a happy life based on something they will get later. They find the joy in the present. A great way for you to get started is to take a moment now to appreciate the good that is in your life now. 3 mistakes people make that stops them from living an abundant life. In this presentation, we will show you 3 mistakes that some make and stops them from creating and living a life that is abundant and fulfilling. These 3 missteps are not always conscious. Let's find out what they are. Focusing on the gaps. A common mistake that we tend to do is to place all our attention and energy on what is missing in our life. On the other hand, people that live an abundant life are natural at putting their energy on what they want to manifest. By switching your thoughts to be more oriented to what you want, you are painting a clear picture of what it is that you desire. By doing so, it is easier to find what you seek when you know what you want, as opposed to what you know you don't want. Forget about the present. Those who live an abundant life have a greater ability to stay in the present moment. They don't tend to dwell on past events, nor do they focus on the future for happier times. They consider the present moment to be a good time and also an opportunity to choose to be happy. They don't delay living a happy life based on something they will get later. They find the joy in the present. A great way for you to get started is to take a moment now to appreciate the good that is in your life now. Feed a sense of urgency. Some believe that being in the present moment means to manifest everything you need now. In fact, it is demonstrated that people who feed a scarcity mindset, which is the opposite of an abundance mindset, will be more prone to focus on immediate wants. They feel the need for instant gratification, like it is urgent that the need is met now. This type of behavior can be detrimental to one's life and have a negative impact on their future. A great example is when we receive a sum of money that wasn't expected. Someone with a scarcity mindset will have the urge to spend it right away on things that are not necessarily essentials. It is almost like they feel the money will disappear if they don't spend it now. Meanwhile, someone with an abundance mindset won't demonstrate that sense of urgency. 3 steps to manifest what you desire. In this tutorial, you will learn 3 steps you can take today to manifest what you desire in your life. These 3 steps are actions that people with an abundant mindset do naturally to bring more abundance around them. Define what you want clearly. Imagine that you work at an electronics store. You see a customer wandering around looking like he can't find what he's looking for. You want to help him, so you approach him and ask if you can help them find what they're looking for. The customer says yes. Then you proceed to ask what he's looking for, and the customer answers, "I'm not sure. I was hoping you could help me find it." The moral of this story is that it is practically impossible for the universe to give you what you want if you don't know what you want. People who know exactly what they want can manifest their desires. It is sometimes easier to identify what we want by focusing on a feeling. For example, you know you don't want to be tied financially because you need to feel financial freedom. That feeling will be important because the more that feeling is present in your life, the more you will know that you are moving toward what you desire. Identify actions you can take. Once you've identified what you want more in your life, you can start brainstorming a list of small actions. This will get you closer to your desire. Don't hesitate to do this with friends who can help you find creative ways to manifest your desires. If you use the previous example, the feeling of financial freedom, we can ask ourselves, what can bring me financial freedom? Paying my credit card debt would bring me a feeling of financial freedom. What action can I take right now to pay my credit card debt? Then make a list of actions like the following. Make a daily deposit of $10 to my credit card until I have paid it off. Cut my credit card so that I never use it again. Sell clothes that I no longer wear and use the money to pay my credit card. Act now. Pick an action that is the most realistic for you and apply it today. Only actions will lead you to what you desire. 3 things successful people do to bring abundance in their life. In this tutorial, we will show you how you can access an abundant, happy, and fulfilling life. You will learn 3 things that successful people apply in their life and allow them to reach abundance. Write in a gratitude journal daily. Being grateful about what is present in your life is a great way to attract more positive experiences. If you take the time to recognize the good things happening in your life, you are more likely going to express appreciation toward the people around you and your life in general. When you are in a space of appreciation and positive thinking, you are saying yes to the universe. You're moving yourself out of the scarcity mindset, which is a mindset that attracts limitations, and moving into an abundance mindset, which will allow you to be more open to receive. Express self-love. We often hear that we should not be selfish, that we should be kind and show compassion toward others. In reality, self-love is not selfishness. It is putting ourselves as a priority so that we can be our best self in our life and for others. Being your best self means that you have the energy and a state of mind that allows you to be present and love who you are. By appreciating yourself more and accepting that you don't need to be perfect to receive love, you are shifting your mind to be more open to receive. If you are able to receive love from yourself, you will quickly see that love is more present in your life. The more you're comfortable with yourself, the more you will attract positive experiences and open your arms to welcome abundance in your life. Receive with arms wide open. Some people are really uncomfortable with receiving help, gifts, or a compliment from a friend. If this is the case for you, you need to learn to say thank you and stop trying to find excuses that express that you are not worthy of receiving. It doesn't matter in what form you refuse receiving. When you do so, you are sending a message to the universe that you are not worthy of receiving something, and that completely blocks the flow to manifest an abundant life. Start today by learning to say thank you when you receive something. 3 things you can do now to increase abundance in your life. In this presentation, we will provide you with 3 simple things you can do today to increase abundance in your life. Everybody wants a life that is rich and full of abundance, but not many know how to do it. Here are 3 practical things that will help you create an abundant life. Appreciate what you have. A simple step to abundance is to start recognizing how rich your life already is. Take the time to appreciate what you have in your life. Maybe it is health, people you love, your colleagues, skills, or the simple beauty of nature that surrounds you every day. The more you bring your mind in a space of appreciation and recognition, the more you are allowing yourself to attract positive things to your life. You will find yourself realizing how abundant your life is and that what you need is right there in front of you. Accept and let go. The opposite of an abundant life is scarcity. Scarcity is when we perceive that we don't have enough in our life. In order to move yourself from that space of not enough, you need to accept that sometimes you don't have what you want at that moment. The worst you can do next is to dwell on it. When you focus too much on what you don't have, you get into a space where you are unable to manifest what you want. You need to let go of those destructive thinking patterns and instead give you energy to create what you want. When you realize that you don't have something, rephrase to state that you want to have it. Accomplish small actions. Abundance doesn't happen overnight. Most people who live an abundant life will tell you that they work at it every day. On a daily basis, they are accomplishing small actions that align them with what they want in life. For example, if what you want is more money, each day you can make a small deposit in a savings account. $5 a day will become $150 at the end of the month and $1,825 at the end of the year. If, on the other hand, you want more love in your life, start with self-love. Every day, make a point to recognize one thing you love about yourself. 5 signs that you are not open to receive the abundance of the universe. In this presentation, we will explore 5 signs that will help you understand why you are not living an abundant and fulfilling life. You don't ask for help. If you resist asking for help or accepting help when you need it, you are telling the universe that you are not deserving. That type of belief or perception is blocking you from receiving in other spheres of your life. If you can't accept help from others, you can't accept a little help from the universe. Try to find ways to ask for help. Most people love helping others, and you might just make someone's day by asking them to assist you in your life. You are uncomfortable with compliments. Compliments are a form of receiving. If you are uncomfortable with receiving compliments, you are showing a form of discomfort with receiving the abundance around you. You don't need to find excuses for why you are not worthy of receiving compliments. You just need to say thank you and maybe add a smile. You dwell on the past. When you spend your energy thinking about past events, it leaves you with no energy to manifest what you want in life. If you want to change or accept your past, you just have to make choices in the now and bring your attention back to what you can do now to feel happier. What choice can you do right now to help you access more abundance? One way would be to express gratitude in regards to what your life is today. You often use the words don't or can't. Limiting words like can't, won't, or don't creates limiting beliefs and can manifest as a limited life. Catch yourself using those words and transform them into words that empower you to do something about the situation. For example, if you say, I don't have enough money to do, you can change the sentence to, I could save some money to do. You envy others. Envy is a behavior that attracts a belief that there isn't enough abundance in this world for everyone. That conviction leads to a scarcity mindset, which limits us and only focus on the gaps. In order to shift to an abundance mindset, you need to start recognizing the good in your life and stop comparing to others. How to move from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. In this tutorial, we will teach you how you can move from a scarcity mindset to a mindset that attracts an abundant, happy, and fulfilling life. A scarcity mindset is focused on what you don't have in your life. Our mind becomes busy worrying and stops us from accessing what we want from life. A scarcity mindset will focus on limitations. When you limit yourself with your beliefs and actions, you are not open to receive or recognize that abundance is all around you. It is important to understand that with an abundant mindset, we realize that there is enough in this world for everyone to receive. You let go of feelings like jealousy, envy, or pity for yourself and take matters in your own hands. With an abundant mindset, you don't focus on the limitation, but you focus on what you can do now to change the situation, to bring you one step closer to what you want. The best way to move from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset is to be aware of your scarcity-based thinking patterns. Start by identifying which area of your life you perceive as not being enough. That could be financial, relationships, work, social, or personal. Once you've identified the area that is the most challenging for you, reflect on what it is that you want. What does abundance in that area look like? What are you doing now that is limiting you from accessing abundance? What can you do to change your situation? Once you've identified what you can do in your life, make sure that you choose to express what you want as opposed to what you don't want. Here's an example. Sally feels like she is unhappy in her relationship. She would love to access an abundant love life. She wants to manifest a love relationship that is fulfilling and allowing her to be happy. What she perceives as limiting her from accessing an abundant love life is her partner who is not present for her. Instead of sitting back and feeling sorry for herself, she chooses to express her feelings to her partner by sharing with him what she wants, which is to grow closer to him. By focusing on what she wants, she's able to clearly express the need as opposed to the gap. How to receive more in life. In this tutorial, we will teach you how you can receive more in your life. You can start applying the following suggestions today and live a more abundant, happy, and fulfilling life. First, let's identify what you want to receive more of. Do you want to have more money, more love, more joy, or a better health? Choose one thing for now and be clear in what it is that you want to manifest in your life. Now that you've picked one thing, let's explore it a bit deeper. Ask yourself, why is it that you want this so much in your life? What will it bring you? Ask why 5 times to get at the bottom of what you truly want. Here's an example. I want more money. Why do you want more money? I want more money because it will give me more freedom. Why will it give you freedom? Having more money will allow me to do what I want. Why do you want to do what you want? Because if I do what I want, I will be happier. Why do you want to be happier? Because when I am happy, I don't worry and it feels good. Why does it feel good? Because I can be myself and do what my heart wants. The purpose of the 5 whys is to lead you to the true reason why you want something and especially dig more into the feeling that what we want will bring us. In the example I provided you with, you can see that wanting more money leads to wanting to be myself and listen to my heart. This last piece can give you a lead on actions to put in place that will help you reach that feeling. My next question to that person would be, what is stopping you from being yourself now? In your case, you can ask yourself, what stops you from assessing what you truly want? Make a list of those barriers. Then ask yourself, what would you do to remove those barriers? Make a list of 5 simple actions that you could do. Choose one action that you would like to do and apply it today. Then reflect on how it made you feel and try the next action in the list. You will be surprised where it leads you. The 3 secrets of an abundant mindset. In this presentation, you will learn 3 important secrets that will open the door for you to access an abundant mindset. When we start applying some of the techniques to live an abundant life, we are often not very successful at first. The following secrets will help you understand why we are sometimes unable to manifest what we want in life, even if we apply the techniques that we are taught. Learn to receive. The biggest reason that blocks many of us from receiving the abundance that exists in our world is a deep belief that we are not worthy of it. Ask yourself, how do you behave when someone compliments you on your skills or how you look? Do you have the tendency to find an excuse? Or maybe you simply change the subject. People with an abundance mindset are not afraid to say thank you when someone gives them a compliment. If you want to start receiving the abundance, start with a simple thank you. Find what you love. In order to have an abundant life, you need to figure out what it is that you love doing. Many times we try to do something that others do simply because they are successful. The more you will align with what you love doing, the more abundance you will attract in your life. If you're trying to be someone else, you will block the flow of abundance because you are not in the heart space, but in the mind space. If someone succeeds at something, it isn't because of what they do, but because of who they are. Feel what you want. It is not only important to identify what you want, but it is more important to feel what you want. Let me give you an example. You've decided that you want to purchase a home, but unfortunately, you don't have the financial means to do it. Take a moment to picture yourself in a home. What is it that you feel? Joy? Happiness? Try to identify the feeling attached to that idea. Now see how you can bring that feeling into the present moment. What can you do right now to bring you the same feeling? The more you will align with the feeling that what you want brings you, the more you will attract it in your life. In this presentation, we will reveal the secret ingredient that you need to access an abundant, happy, and fulfilling life. Have you ever wondered why some people are more successful than others in life? Wouldn't it be nice to have everything that you need? You're only missing one very important ingredient to access it. The secret ingredient is your mindset. Yes. Depending on how you use that ingredient, you can either make a perfect recipe for abundance or you can completely destroy it. Here's how you can make sure that you are selecting that ingredient wisely. First, you need to find a fresh mindset, one that is not jaded or too ripped. The finest mindset is the one that smells positive and tastes happy. Do not worry. If you're not sure where you can find a fresh mindset, with some effort, you can certainly grow one. What you will need to grow a perfect mindset for abundance is an environment where the mindset can be nourished by appreciation and gratitude. You can show appreciation by recognizing the good things around you. It can be as simple as appreciating that you are able to breathe today. That is a miracle when you think about it. You can also show more gratitude by welcoming accomplishments or gifts with a simple thank you. Being open to receive will allow your mindset to flourish. Another aspect to grow a mindset for abundance is to welcome any situation as an opportunity to learn. When you start looking at obstacles as a way to change and be more aligned with what you want, you realize that there are no mistakes but simply redirections. One last thing is that an abundance mindset is more likely to exist in an environment where the word can't doesn't live. The word can't is not useful and serves one purpose: to limit your growth. If you catch yourself using that word, Try to redirect yourself to something more empowering. When you say, "I can't do it," go back to rephrase that by stating what you can do. For example, the sentence, "I can't be happy with him," would become, "I can choose to be happy now." Or, "I can't pay off my credit card," would become, "I can stop using my credit card." Practice, and you will find the mindset for an abundant life. Top 3 ways to change your mindset. This presentation will show you how to train your mind so that you acquire a new perspective on things that allows you to attract abundance in your life. You will learn 3 tricks to help you shift your mindset when you worry. These key aspects are natural abilities in people with an abundance mindset. Be in the present moment. By being in the present moment, you're able to not worry about the future or simmer on the past. Your mind will spend less energy on the things that don't really matter in the end. Normally, when we are in the present moment, we recognize that at that moment we are safe, well, and can have access to inner peace. To practice being in the present moment, you can simply observe your surroundings. Take a minute to notice what you see, what you smell, what you hear, what you feel, and what you taste. This will help you to enjoy being more in the present moment. Let go of the past and stop worrying about the future. Focus on what you want. Most of us have the tendency to think of things or situations that we don't want to see happen. For example, let's say that you're trying to increase your financial status. You've applied for 3 jobs. It's been 2 days and you haven't received any word from the places you've applied for. You will likely start focusing on the fact that you don't have an update from the companies. This way of thinking is the downfall toward negative emotions. On the other hand, you have the ability to switch your mindset and focus on something that you want. For example, you have applied for 3 jobs and you will manifest the one that is best for you. Be grateful. A scarcity mindset is a mindset where we perceive that we don't have enough. To shift your mind to an abundance mindset, you have to recognize the good in your life. A great way to do so is to take the time, every day, to write down 3 things you are most grateful for in your life. You can also take the time to tell people around you why you're grateful to have them in your life. Whatever you put out into the universe will come back to you tenfold.
Breathing is a critical function in life, but it's not something that we really invest a whole lot of thought to it. When you breathe in, your blood cells receive oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Then, the carbon dioxide is carried through the body and exhaled. Unfortunately, when we feel nervous, as many people do when they're asked to speak in public, it can result in improper breathing. This can cause upset in the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange, which can cause additional anxiety, panic attacks, and so much more. In this tutorial, I'll explain the 5 best breathing techniques to help you calm speaking jitters next time they come around. Box breathing. This breathing technique is also known as 4-square breathing and is easy to learn and practice. If you have ever found yourself inhaling and exhaling to the beat of a song, then you've already familiarized yourself with this. Count to 4 as you breathe in. Count to 4 as you hold your breath. Count to 4 as you exhale. Count to 4 as you hold your lungs empty. 5 best breathing techniques to calm speaking jitters. Breathing is a critical function in life, but it's not something that we really invest a whole lot of thought to it. When you breathe in, your blood cells receive oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Then the carbon dioxide is carried through the body and exhaled. Unfortunately, when we feel nervous, as many people do when they're asked to speak in public, it can result in improper breathing. This can cause upset in the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange, which can cause additional anxiety, panic attacks, and so much more. In this tutorial, I'll explain the 5 best breathing techniques to help you calm speaking jitters next time they come around. Alternate nostril breathing. This breathing technique involves alternately blocking off one nostril and breathing through the other. In order to maintain your posture, it's best to practice this technique while sitting. Start by taking your right hand and bending your pointer and middle fingers into your palm, and keeping your thumb, ring, and pinky fingers straight. Close your eyes. Inhale and then slowly exhale to start. Using your thumb, close off your right nostril and take a breath in. Using your ring finger, close off your left nostril and take a breath in. Take turns closing off one nostril and then the other. Try to do 10 rounds of this, and if you start to feel faint, take a break. Belly breathing. According to the experts, practicing 20 to 30 minutes of belly breathing every day will help you to decrease your anxiety and stress. Simply find a place that is comfortable and quiet, such as sitting cross-legged, sitting in a chair, or lying on your back on the floor with a pillow under your head and knees. Place a hand on your chest and the other one on your belly under your rib cage. Without clenching or squeezing your muscles, allow your belly to relax. Take a slow breath in through your nose. The air should move into your nose and down into your belly. Through pursed lips, let the breath out slowly. Pay attention to the hand on your chest. It should be pretty still. Though your health will determine the sequence frequency, most people can do this exercise at least 3 times and then work up to 5 to 10 minutes, up to 4 times a day. Box breathing. This breathing technique is also known as 4-square breathing and is easy to learn and practice. If you have ever found yourself inhaling and exhaling to the beat of a song, then you've already familiarized yourself with this. Count to 4 as you breathe in. Count to 4 as you hold your breath. Count to 4 as you exhale. Count to 4 as you hold your lungs empty. 4-7-8 breathing. This breathing technique is known as the relaxing breath and acts as a natural tranquilizer on your nervous system. While you learn the technique, it's best to sit up with your back straight. Once you have become more familiar with it, you can lie down in bed and do it. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, just behind your upper front teeth. This is where it should remain for the duration of the exercise. Exhale through your mouth. Close your mouth and exhale through your nose to the count of 4. Hold the breath as you count to 7. Exhale through your mouth as you count to 8. Mindful breathing. This technique is also known as mindfulness meditation and involves centering your attention in the present moment instead of wandering to the past or the future. Choose something calming to focus on. This can be a sound, positive word or phrase, or anything else that calms you. Then, let go and allow yourself to relax. If your mind starts to drift, take a breath and bring your attention back to the present. Conclusion. According to statistics, 75% of adults are fearful when it comes to public speaking. If you're one of those who gets nervous, try these 5 best breathing techniques to calm your speaking jitters. 5 secrets for sounding confident. If thinking about standing in front of an audience for a presentation causes you to feel butterflies or break out into a cold sweat, you should know that you're not alone. It's believed that around 75% of adults are affected by a fear of public speaking. But rethinking the way you think about stress can have a positive impact on your physical and mental performance. While it's true that it's easier to surrender to your fears, you'll be better off if you learn to face them. For some, it only requires a little bit of effort to get past their fears, but others require more effort and may even need some tips and tools to get through the process. In this presentation, I will provide you with the 5 secrets for ensuring you sound confident during your next presentation. Use humor. Typically, a joke to start things off will get the presentation moving in the right direction because it will help you relax and lighten the mood of the room. Laughter somehow creates a bond, particularly if you're able to get the audience to join you in laughing at yourself. Laughing at yourself is a way to humble yourself, and when others join you, it creates trust. Plus, laughter shows your audience that you're really not all that different from them. Focus on those that are nodding. If you feel like you're not connecting with your audience, it can be quite worrisome. And if there are members in the audience that seem disinterested, it can be even worse. Usually, though, you'll be able to look out and see those who are nodding, which can be incredibly reassuring. When you focus on these people, it can help you feel more confident. Be expressive. Many times, no matter what you do to calm yourself, it doesn't work. However, you can work to hide your nervousness by expressing your emotions. If you're talking about something you were excited about, play up that excitement. On the other hand, if there was something that was incredibly disappointing, play up that disappointment. You may find that it's easier to hide your nervousness by using other emotions than it is to suppress it. Practice makes perfect. Many people assume that public speaking is one of those skills that you either have or you don't. Others believe that it's something that can be built up through practice. Go around to some of the civic clubs in your local area and offer to speak for free. Set up a video camera in the back to record yourself. Then afterwards, review the recording and see what you can do to improve in the future. The more you speak, the better you'll get, which means your confidence will begin to improve. Be prepared for mistakes. Even the professionals who have been speaking for many years make mistakes from time to time. These mistakes are nothing to be embarrassed about. In fact, they make you more relatable. Mistakes make people see that you're not that different from them. If you are uncomfortable with your mistakes, the audience will be uncomfortable as well. However, if you learn to use those mistakes to laugh at yourself, as mentioned in tip number 1 above, it can help everyone be more at ease. Therefore, go ahead and prepare a comment ahead of time to help get past those mistakes. Conclusion. If you tend to get nervous when preparing a presentation, you're not alone. In fact, it's believed that 3 out of 4 adults feel this way. However, you really don't have to be. There are some things you can do to help yourself sound more confident when speaking in front of others. Confident public speaking is a skill that can be developed. Just keep these 5 tips in mind next time you have the chance to get in front of an audience. 5 tips for settling nerves before the big pitch. When you're preparing a sales pitch or presentation, it's typical to feel a bit nervous. In fact, 75% of adults, that's 3 out of 4, have reported struggling with glossophobia, which is a fear of public speaking. Therefore, you shouldn't feel that you're alone in your struggles. But if it's more than just butterflies, you need to add some new techniques to your arsenal to help you prepare yourself. In this presentation, we'll provide you with 5 tips to help settle your nerves before the big pitch. Know the material. In many cases, people get nervous about pitches and presentations because they don't feel like they're prepared enough. You've probably heard practice makes perfect, and this is definitely true when it comes to presentations. The more you practice, the less you'll worry about not being prepared, and the more confident you'll seem. Of course, knowing the material is more than just knowing what is on the next slide. It also means that you understand what you're presenting. Many people don't understand how what they're selling works. However, in order to sell your product or service, you need to understand the problem it solves. This brings us to the next step. Research the audience. In the first tip, we focused on being prepared by knowing the material you're presenting to the audience. However, preparation also involves knowing your audience and adapting the material to fit them. This is one reason why you shouldn't have a script, because you may miss a few necessary points, but you must be prepared to answer questions that may be asked. When you know who will be in the audience, you can learn to anticipate the questions and prepare your answers. Consider reaching out ahead of time to find out more about your audiences so you can be ready. Have a map, not a plan. When preparing a presentation or pitch, many people try to create a plan. However, this isn't always the most ideal way to do it. Instead, consider your pitch or presentation as a map around your product or service. Sure, have a script ready, but ultimately allow the audience to lead by the questions and interests they express. Of course, this goes back to the first 2 points, knowing your audience and your material. This will help you deliver a more personalized pitch or presentation and avoid a panic attack in the process. Check the tech. Keep in mind that different venues will have different tech. You may be using someone else's computer or having to interface your own with someone else's monitor, smart TV, or projector. Then again, you may be screen sharing with your audience members various devices. Each situation has advantages and disadvantages, and if you're not prepared, can throw you off your game. Therefore, find out the capability of the available tech ahead of time and, when possible, use your own. If you're required to use the in-house tech, ask for time to familiarize yourself with it before the presentation so you're not stumbling through it blindly. Center yourself. For some, a visit to the gym helps to calm their nerves. Others prefer an approach that is less physical and sweaty, such as meditation. Then again, there are others who fall somewhere in the middle. They're not gym bunnies, but they're not interested in full-on meditation either. This is where mindfulness exercises come in, and one of the most common ones is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. In this technique, you simply focus on 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can feel, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This should be enough to help you be present in the moment and bring your anxiety down a few notches. Final thoughts. The truth is, it's perfectly normal to experience nervousness before your big pitch or presentation. However, if you find that your nerves are getting out of hand, try these 5 tips to help settle your nerves beforehand. While you may never fully get over your anxiety surrounding public speaking, you can make things easier for yourself. 5 vocal exercises public speakers swear by. If you're like most people, you probably believe that vocal warm-up exercises are only important for singers. However, this assumption is completely wrong. Every professional, no matter what industry, should be using vocal warm-up exercises. These can help you sound professional in meetings, when giving presentations, to level up your speeches. Therefore, if you're responsible for giving presentations or speeches, then you definitely need a few basic vocal warm-up exercises. Typically, you're prepared for your first few lines of a presentation, but you don't always think about how those lines are delivered. In this presentation, we will provide you with 5 vocal warm-up exercises that public speakers swear by. Loosen up and shush. The very first thing you must do before a presentation is to loosen up. Start by wiggling your shoulders and relaxing your neck and jaw. Then, take a few deep breaths. This will help you shake out the nerves and create additional space within your body. This exercise will keep you from sounding anxious and tight. Now, take in a few belly breaths, keeping your shoulders down. The key to good vocal breathing is belly breaths. Here's how. Place your hands on your belly and push your stomach into your hands. Then push the air out of your stomach to the front of your mouth. Pretend you're a teacher trying to get your class to settle down. Let out one big shh, keeping your shoulders down. Do this several times. This step should only take about a minute. Tongue trills. This exercise is a fun one for warming up your tongue. When your tongue is nice and loose, it makes it easier to get your words out when you're presenting. If you're not sure what a tongue trill is, it's when you roll your tongue in your mouth as quickly as possible. After doing a few with an even tone, Try doing some with ascending and descending tones, about 5 each. Humming. One of the best ways to warm up your mouth and vocal cords is humming. This is because the vibrations created by humming loosen your vocal cords. If you're doing a morning presentation, humming is critical. Here are the basics. Start with a long and hold it as long as you can. Loosen your mouth, lips, and hum without your lips pressed together. Your jaw and cheeks should be loose as well. Now, hum ascending and descending tones. This should be done 5 times each. Chanting. Does the term chant make you a bit nervous? While it might feel a bit odd, it's actually the most important step to a good vocal warm-up. You're going to repeat the same 4 words over and over. Meme, mime, mome, moom. Since these words all start with the M sound, this exercise goes great right after the humming one. Therefore, as you finish up with humming, naturally transition into this one. Once again, start with an even tone and then try ascending and descending tones. Once you feel warmed up, try fluctuating tones within each word. This should be done for as long as you need to get warmed up. You'll know that you are once the sound is long and clear. When you're starting out, the sounds may be raspy or rough, but by the end, this should be cleared up. Pronunciation. The very last exercise in the vocal warm-ups is to prepare to enunciate your words or sounds. You will now be adding the P and T sounds to the M sound you practiced previously. You'll add the following sounds to your chant: ma, pa, ta. You will vary the length of your tones, practicing both long and short. You'll also be fluctuating your tone, descending and ascending. Then you'll try to really enunciate the sounds, opening wide for the A sounds, which should be done 5 to 10 times. Conclusion. These exercises should only take you about 5 minutes to complete. If you're short on time, you can step into the bathroom before your presentation and do a quick version. If you have a commute to get to where you're going to do your presentation, you can do a longer version in the car. That's the beauty of these 5 vocal exercises. You can adapt them to what you need. 5 ways to recover after bungling your words. If you suffer from glossophobia like 75% of the population, it's not hard to imagine yourself messing up during a presentation, blowing a job interview, or watching your project that you worked hard on blowing up on you. However, there are 5 ways that you can recover after bungling your words. In this presentation, I'll outline all 5. What if you mess up? For most of us, anticipating failure can cause our pulse to quicken and make us get sick to our stomach. It can cause us to get stressed, anxious, and angry, and make us feel shame and regret. Ultimately, it can cause us to give up on pursuing the lives we want. Consider this. Some people want a career boost more than anything. They want to be challenged. They want that big promotion. Some even want to start their own business, but they're afraid of failure. So they hold back and don't work on the things they need to in order to succeed. Either they don't give 100% effort, or they're so afraid they don't even bother trying at all. Many times when we're embarrassed over our failures, we focus on the details and may even beat ourselves up over the results. However, this is a bad thing because it keeps us from healing and moving on. Instead, we should be reframing our concept of failure. After all, it's from trying and failing that many great things have come about. For example, Alexander Graham Bell tried several times before he was able to successfully invent the telephone. Ferdinand Zeppelin tried several times before he achieved flight. Instead of getting upset, use your failures as a learning opportunity by following these 5 steps. Don't judge yourself. Instruct your inner critic to sit down and be quiet. After all, it happened and there's nothing you can do to change it. We don't have a time machine or a memory eraser where we can make it all go away. Learn to forgive yourself and others when you bungle your words instead of allowing shame and resentment to take hold. Direct your focus now to the present moment and also look forward to the future. Take it as a chance to learn and improve. Consider why it happened. Take some time to consider some potential unbiased reasons why it happened. This will help you create your future approaches. If possible, figure out what caused you to bungle your words. If you're not sure, ask someone what they believe may have caused it to happen. You can use that feedback to get a better handle on your presentations in the future. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. This may sound crazy, but when you're afraid of failure, you may freeze up. However, the truth is that change doesn't typically happen within the confines of our own comfort zone. So instead of avoiding public speaking in the future, take another public speaking engagement. Keep trying. Prepare yourself better in the future. Keep in mind you have a lot of options when it comes to what you can do. Just don't sit and allow yourself to be paralyzed. It was one mistake. It's something we all do at one point or another. Slow and steady wins the race. As much as you may wish it to be so, not everyone in the world wakes up a perfect public speaker. We all make mistakes and bungle our words. You're going to have some ups and downs along your way as you develop your skills as a public speaker. Embrace and learn from both extremes. Acknowledge progress. If you're guilty of all or nothing thoughts, do whatever you can to ditch those. Instead of saying, "I'm a failure," say, "I'm not successful yet." Think about it. If you were running a marathon, would you be upset with yourself over the miles you haven't covered? Of course not. You acknowledge that you've come far, but there's more to go, and you just keep going. Before you know it, you'll be crossing that finish line. Final words. If you are giving a speech or presentation and you bungle your words, so what? It's likely to happen to the best of us. Not many people are 100% successful on their first attempt, and if they are, they've done a lot to prepare themselves, or maybe they're lying. Next time you bungle your words and feel like a failure, keep these 5 tips in mind to help you recover. How to demand the room as an introvert. According to the experts, 3 out of 4 people get nervous when it comes to standing in front of an audience and speaking. However, for introverts, it can be more than nervousness. It can be sheer terror. This is most likely due to the assumption that introverts don't make good public speakers. That's something that should be left for those who are confident, outgoing, great at small talk, and don't have an issue connecting with others. However, the truth is, there are some ways that you can demand the room as an introvert. In this presentation, I'll show you how. Write it out. One of the traits that introverts have is the ability to come up with the perfect response, but typically it's long after the situation warrants it. We always know what we should have said. It's a gift to be a deep thinker, and a presentation is a great way to use that power. Perhaps you believe that public speakers are a special breed. They can just step on stage and start speaking. However, the truth is that nearly all speakers have at least an outline for their presentation. If you've got something to say, write it out. Then read it and make edits. Refine it until it's perfect. It's rare that you'll be able to say exactly what you want at the right time. Practice in small settings. Instead of jumping right into doing presentations in front of a live audience, try doing live or recorded videos on social media. You may want to start with recordings and uploading them so people can watch and comment. Then, once you build an audience and start feeling more comfortable, try doing some live videos. This will enable your audience to provide you with instant feedback. Then, you can work your way up to hosting a webinar presentation, podcast, or other small internet forum. Once you start feeling more comfortable there, reach out to some local civic clubs or organizations in your area who would benefit from your expertise and offer to speak at their meetings or events. You'll find that with some effort, you'll be able to demand attention in any room. Be your authentic self. Once you do start speaking, your focus should be on delivering the message and impacting your audience. Anything else, including trying to be someone or something you're not, is a distraction. Chances are, when you start presenting, people are going to show up for the information you're providing. Those who stick around and come back again are the ones that have formed a connection with you. Your mission should be stronger than your fears. While you may believe that the audience is there to hear you speak or judge you for your flaws, this is typically not the case. They are there to learn something. They want to be inspired to take action. If this is your goal as well, then it's probably because you're presenting something that you believe is important. Conclusion. As an introvert, being asked to do a presentation can be a scary thought. However, it really doesn't have to be. There are things you can do as an introvert to demand a room and provide people with the information you want them to have. In closing, keep this in mind so that you can give presentations as an introvert. Additionally, stop your insecurities and redirect that energy into passion. That is, be excited about the information you're providing and the people who are being impacted by what you're saying. Overcoming imposter syndrome. Have you ever felt like no matter what you've done or how successful you are, you don't really deserve your accomplishments? This feeling is known as imposter syndrome and leaves us feeling like we have not earned the successes we've achieved or our thoughts don't deserve attention. This can keep people from sharing their ideas, applying for college, or even pursuing certain careers. In this presentation, we'll explain 10 steps to overcoming imposter syndrome. Don't be ashamed to speak up. Unfortunately, many people are ashamed and don't want to talk about how they feel like a fraud. When you know there's a name for your feelings and you're not alone, it can make you feel so much better. Separate facts and feelings. There are times that you're going to feel dumb. Everyone does. However, just because you feel this way doesn't mean that you are. Understand your self-doubt. When you feel like you belong, you're more likely to be confident. However, if you feel like you don't belong in the situation you found yourself in, perhaps you're older or younger, you're the only woman or the only man in the room, you're a different color than the rest of the room, or maybe you have a disability. It's only natural. You feel pressure to represent your entire group. Instead of believing that your self-doubt proves that you are inept or not qualified, accept that perhaps it's because you're responding to being on the receiving end of social stereotypes surrounding intelligence and competence. Maintain your positive attitude. The thing about being a perfectionist is that you care about the quality of your work. The key is to always strive for excellence when it matters. However, don't stress too much over the routine things and always be willing to forgive yourself when you make a mistake. Don't stress over failure and mistakes. When you do make a mistake, don't beat yourself up over it. Learn from the experience and use that knowledge in the future to avoid the same mistakes. Remind yourself that it's okay to miss the mark sometimes. Change your rules. If you have rules for yourself that state you should always have the answer to a question or you should never ask for help, change those. Remember that it's perfectly fine if you don't have an answer sometimes, and it's okay to reach out for help when you feel like you're lost in a situation. Everyone has an off day sometimes. Create a new script. Develop an awareness of the dialogue in your head when your imposter feelings are triggered. This is your internal dialogue. When you hear yourself thinking, wait until they find out I don't know what I'm doing. Reframe it and remind yourself that everyone who is just starting sometimes feels a little off in the beginning. You may not have all the answers right now, but you do have the ability and the resources to look them up. Imagine your success. Before you go into a situation, take some time imagining yourself giving a successful presentation or asking a question in class. This is so much better than scaring yourself with imagining the worst-case scenario like many people do. Try rewarding yourself. Instead of seeking validation and then dismissing that validation from others, learn to pat yourself on the back once in a while. You'll feel so much better about your accomplishments and successes. Fake it until you make it. From time to time, we will all face situations where we're forced to wing it. Instead of seeing this as proof that you're inept, learn to do what many other successful people have done. Don't sit around and wait until you feel confident. You become more courageous by taking those risks. If you'll change your behaviors, confidence will come. Conclusion. Imposter syndrome is where we don't feel like we deserve the successes that we've achieved. However, this shouldn't happen. Learn to feel comfortable with your success and value yourself. These 10 tips will help you learn to overcome imposter syndrome. The power of speech in and out of the office. Most of us are unaware of this, but your speech in and out of the office really does make a big difference in your reality. Now that you've been made aware of this, it's time to learn how to use it and help you. Our speech can change lives by changing minds and shaping thoughts based on what we say and don't say. In this presentation, we'll discuss the power of speech in and out of the office. After all, everything we say, hear, and even read will have an impact on how our minds see our place in the world and shape our overall reality. The power of speech defined. Speech is important because of the message it brings and how that message is sent. The impact and power of speech is puzzling in how it influences our behavior. The power of speech is so strong that it can have an influence on the way we think about things. When used wisely, speech can interpret the nature of our relationships, summon deep feelings in others, and even motivate people to take action about a particular situation they have found themselves in. Speech is quite powerful and can be either positive or negative. The fact that speech can have an impact on the way people think is what makes learning new vocabulary critical. When we broaden our speech, we broaden our ability to think as well. We can observe this in children whose thoughts develop right along with their speech development. Even adults can benefit from bringing new words into their vocabulary to discover new ideas and ways of thinking. Using the power of speech to turn words into shapes. Psychologists have discovered that our subconscious mind will interpret what we hear quite literally. Therefore, this indicates that the words that we speak create our reality, whether good or bad. Unfortunately, we typically create negative realities for ourselves because we unconsciously undermine our own success. We use negative language to exaggerate our problems, challenge our opinions, and destroy any confidence that we may have had. Your thoughts have a direct influence on how you feel and act. Therefore, if you think you're a failure, then you'll feel like one. When you feel like a failure, you'll end up acting like a failure. This will, in turn, strengthen your belief that you are a failure. On the other hand, if you create a more positive outlook, you can have a much better outcome. This does not mean that positive thoughts are magic, but positive thoughts result in behavior that is productive. This will, in turn, increase your chances of being successful. To increase your self-confidence, you need to make changes to the way you speak to yourself and others. Use positive language. Ditch the labels. Take action. Don't apologize for your opinion. Yours doesn't have to be the same as others. Add some diversity to your language. The power of speech. As you can see, words do matter. They hold a massive amount of power. Speech has the power to boost your confidence and the power to tear you down. Speech can help you make a strong impression or can leave you to be quickly forgotten. Finally, speech can open up a world of new opportunities or shut them down completely. Language has an effect on how others see and relate to you. If you feel that you're being overlooked or underestimated, think about how your language is affecting how others engage with you. Pay attention to successful people and notice how their language is positive, action-focused, and explicit. Speech can build people up and can tear them down, so make sure that you consider what you're saying before you say it. Bottom line. As you can see, speech is central to our overall existence. It can affect us both in and out of the office. It affects our thoughts, our views and beliefs, and the way that we live our lives. Make sure that you are using positive speech so that you don't find yourself being shut out of potential promotions and work and losing friends in your social life. The power of the phone. How your cell phone can help you prepare for any presentation. These days, most of us have pretty high expectations when it comes to our smartphones, and most of the time, they do come through for us. In the past, a presentation would have required much heavier equipment, but today, at the very minimum, we can use our smartphone to enhance our presentations. In some cases, we can even use it instead of a laptop to run the whole thing. In this tutorial, we'll explain how your smartphone can help you prepare for your presentation. Presentation apps. If you've created the presentation on your computer, the first thing is to get the presentation file on your phone and open it. Depending on the operating system of your mobile phone, you can transfer the file via Bluetooth, email, or save it to the cloud so you can download it to your phone. If you have an Android, you may be able to transfer the file via SD card, if your computer has an SD card reader. Getting it to the big display. Once it's on your phone, the challenge then becomes getting it from there to the monitor or projector. Many of the higher-end phones have an HDMI out port that allows you to connect the device to the monitor or projector with an HDMI cord. Many are only compatible with certain file types. Remote control. Even if you're running the presentation from your laptop, you can use your phone as a remote, allowing you to roam around the stage or room instead of being chained to your laptop. Connect the phone to your PC via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and then you can control the computer with the phone. Finishing on time. Many times when you're giving a presentation, you're provided with a specific time slot to do so. Therefore, you can use your phone as a timer device to make sure you stay on track and finish within your allotted time. There are apps that you can download, or you can simply use the timer function that's built into the clock app on your phone. Speaker notes to keep you on track. The presenter view feature on some presentation software is great because you can put your speaker notes on the screen while projecting the slide to the monitor or projector. This is a problem, though, when you have to be at a podium where the microphone is and your computer is across the stage or even across the room connected to the display source. In this case, as long as you've loaded your presentation to your phone, as mentioned previously, you can use your phone to display your speaker notes. Adding sound effects to presentations. You may find yourself in some situations where you have sound effects in your presentation, but then when you get to your venue, there are no speakers attached to the visual equipment. If this is the case, you can load the sound files into your phone and then play the sound at the appropriate moment within the slideshow. If you're standing at the podium with the microphone, the sound will be projected into the audience. Voice recorder. Typically, at the end of the presentation, you'll offer the audience a chance to ask you questions about the material. You can use a voice recorder on your phone to record these questions and perhaps include them in your next presentation. Most phones have a voice recorder built in, and if you don't, there are many options available in the app stores on both Android and iPhone. Keep in mind, though, when doing a Q&A session, repeat the question to make sure the recorder picked it up and to clarify since some of the other audience members may not have heard it. Conclusion. In closing, when you're giving a presentation, don't forget that your smartphone has a variety of functions that can help you. From loading and even creating your presentation onto your phone, to use it to keep you on track or load sound effects to enhance your presentation, there are so many ways to use it. Why nobody wants to see you fail. When it comes to giving a presentation, it's pretty normal to be nervous. After all, no one wants to deliver a bad presentation, and no one really wants to listen either. Most people don't want to see you making the mistakes listed in this tutorial. While it's true that there are no universal formulas for giving a presentation, you should avoid the following. Disqualify yourself. Many people will make statements such as, "I'm no expert, but," "I'm not sure what I should say here," So, well, I'm here today to present. I hope you didn't find this presentation boring. The last one is due to nervousness and a lack of confidence more than the others, but they will all kill your credibility quickly. Unless they're used as a lead-in to what you're saying, the audience will automatically see you as a mediocre presenter. Therefore, to get through a moment where you're not sure what to say, just take a deep breath and give yourself a moment. Not making eye contact. Many times, because they're nervous about it, people will give a presentation and will look anywhere but out in the audience. However, this is bad because you're not able to connect with them. By not making eye contact, your audience feels disconnected. Pick someone in the audience and make eye contact with them. Then choose someone else. Make your way around the room, making eye contact with each person. If you're nervous about making eye contact, just look at their foreheads. At least you'll appear to be making eye contact. Not checking equipment. There's not much that will ruin a presentation faster than spending 20 minutes waiting on the presenter to work through problems with the tech they're using. Make plans to reach the presentation venue at least 1 hour before everyone else is set to arrive to make sure that the equipment you're using is working properly. Additionally, make sure that you hope for the best, but always be prepared for the worst-case scenario as well. Always have a backup plan prepared. While it's true that there have been some major advancements in tech, it's still not perfectly reliable at all times. Not being familiar with content. When you say things like the phrases below, it indicates that you're not very familiar with the content of your presentation. I kind of know what I'm talking about. I got the gist of it. I'll just wing it. If you feel this way, you don't know your content, which means that the audience will see you as disorganized, unprofessional, and sloppy. When you're giving a presentation, you should know the content so well that you could easily teach someone else about it. In addition, you should be prepared to answer questions from your audience members. Alienate audience. Sometimes a speaker will make a comment that they appreciate everyone's attendance, but then comment that the content will not be beneficial to a certain demographic. This is a terrible thing to do. They're most likely there because they believe they will benefit from the presentation you're offering. Let them decide what they feel like would be beneficial. Ramble or ignore time. There are times when a speaker will become so engrossed in their message that they'll go off on a tangent and go over their allotted time. This is very disrespectful for other events or speakers, as well as the audience and their time. Of course, there are times when the audience is also engrossed and wants to hear the end of the story. The best way to avoid going over your time is to set a timer on your phone and have it set to let you know when you've got 5 minutes left, 3 minutes left, and 1 minute left. You can also practice your presentation with a timer and refine where necessary until it fits within the allotted time and also provides the info you need. Final thoughts. In conclusion, most people really don't want to see you fail because they don't really want to sit through a bad presentation. The things listed here are surefire ways to deliver a bad presentation. If you can avoid these, you will be successful with giving a good presentation.
Know your perfect profile prospect. You have to have clarity around your audience. While the targeting of LinkedIn ads is relatively comprehensive, if you want it to work correctly, you have to have clarity around who you want your ads to target. The more targeted your audience is, the stronger return on investment that you will see. Develop strong content. You need to develop strong content for your ad, including both text and images. You might need to also create content for the specific ad offer. If your ad directs traffic to a landing page, then you will want to make sure that your landing page reflects the particular advertisement. Including images, according to a LinkedIn report, will lift your click-through rate by 20%, so make sure all your ads include at least one image. Know your projection and budget. Knowing your budget and projections means knowing your total ad costs and how that converts to your total cost for customer acquisition. If you know what you are trying to achieve, it will be much easier to calculate success down the road. In this presentation, I'm going to show you the 3 simple ways you can increase sales with LinkedIn. While Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube are great for developing your online presence, LinkedIn can be more useful for generating leads and sales. While your competitors are busy sending out a barrage of tweets on Twitter and trying to get likes on Facebook, you can utilize LinkedIn to build an online presence and generate more high-quality leads. Here are 3 simple ways you can use LinkedIn to increase sales. Create a call to action. Instead of merely listing your name and title in your headline, show your network how you've developed others and how you can help them. Outline the benefits that you can provide, because that is what communicates who you are and what you do. Also, be sure to write a clear and concise call to action in your summary section to tell your connections precisely what you'd like them to do. It can be an email, a phone call, or just a visit to your website to subscribe to your mailing list. Even the simplest of messages can be extremely useful. Start an industry-specific LinkedIn group. One of the most effective ways to engage and excite your network about a specific topic is to form a LinkedIn group. Creating a LinkedIn group will also help you drive traffic to your site and increase sales. You can start by identifying the kind of group that you want to create and give it a name that communicates the topic. Then, reach out to well-connected individuals within your specific industry and let them know that you have started a group and would like to feature their expertise in live webinars. Finally, continue to add value to your group and provide a premium to members by offering your business services for a discount. Actively participate in LinkedIn's questions and answers. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, participating in LinkedIn's question and answer section can be extremely useful for developing stronger leads and increasing sales. The Q&A section is where current users can post questions and get answers from others in the network. To gain the benefits, make sure you are a resource that answers questions without hyping your brand. The key for using LinkedIn as a lead-generating tool is always to ask yourself how you can add value. If you can maintain this mindset, you'll find yourself on the right path for attracting new customers to your business. 4 ways to utilize LinkedIn video to increase sales. When it comes to innovation, being first doesn't always mean being the best. While LinkedIn was the last of the popular social media platforms to incorporate a native video feature, it offers businesses a slew of new opportunities for increasing sales. This new feature allows users to upload and share videos directly from their mobile phone, which enables their network to enjoy original and unique content that is relevant to their industry. Here are 4 ways that you can utilize LinkedIn videos to increase sales. Create new and compelling visual content. The ability to create and publish long-form content on LinkedIn is one of its more popular features. Producing long-form content enables you to educate the clients, leads, and prospects that visit your profile. With LinkedIn Video, you can create compelling content that visually stimulates your audience. Research has shown that visual content, like videos and images, are more likely to be shared, increasing your reach and providing you with a broader audience. Bring video to your LinkedIn groups. One of the most significant advantages of joining groups in LinkedIn is the ability to expand the size of your network with highly targeted niche audiences. Adding video to your content arsenal can help you capture the attention of more prospects that fall under your target demographic. Establish thought leadership. People tend to respond better to video content, further solidifying your efforts in building thought leadership. A video will help to humanize you and allow people to get to know you better. Video has also been shown to establish authority in a topic and niche. People relate better to video, and science has shown that the brain is hardwired to trust the human face. To build thought leadership, make sure to maintain a conversational and relatable tone and cover a wide range of topics that are relevant to your industry. Leverage referrals. An active component of building your network is your current customer referrals. You can create videos that show your prospects why you are worthy of their recommendation. and you'll soon have more references coming in as people start to see the person behind the screen. With LinkedIn Video, you will be able to effectively increase the leads that you generate, which will result in a boost in sales. 5 creative strategies for using LinkedIn to generate leads. LinkedIn continues to be an excellent resource for professionals looking to connect online. However, you don't have to continue to use LinkedIn in the usual way. It can also be used to generate new leads. When you can get a little creative with this site, you can open a new set of opportunities for your business. Here are 5 creative ways to gain more interest and generate more leads. Cold Connect. The most common and straightforward method for using LinkedIn for generating leads is to connect with people through the search function. The search function allows you to search for people who are most likely to be your customers. Even though cold connecting is a lot like cold calling and will have a low conversion rate, it is still a useful tactic that can be profitable when scaled. Warm Connect. The ideal way to connect with potential customers on LinkedIn is through an introduction. These warm contacts will be more likely to convert because they were recommended or introduced by someone they trust. You can reach out to a mutual connection and ask for an introduction. Reconnect. Just as big as the previous 2 suggestions, tending to your existing connections can be extremely beneficial for generating more leads. Let your contacts know that you're rooting for them or that you're available to chat. By being open, you can effectively drive awareness to what it is that you are doing. If they aren't direct prospects, they still might be great referral partners. Participate in discussion groups. Along with connecting directly with people, you should also consider participating in workgroup discussions to get your name out there. People tend to click on the names of those who are engaging in the conversations to find out more about them. This can provide you with the opportunity to spread brand awareness. Post updates and share content. You can attract the most attention and acquire more leads by going viral on the platform. Individual posts on LinkedIn can go viral, just like Facebook and Twitter, and those whose posts get shared often will experience a massive surge in the number of leads that are generated. Make sure to post content directly on the platform rather than linking to other sites to increase your chances of being seen. Finding ways to create healthy habits for marketing yourself on LinkedIn and making your company more approachable and less formal will help you utilize the social platform to generate more leads for your business. In this presentation, I'm going to provide you with 5 tips for using LinkedIn for marketing your business. Whether your goal is to build brand awareness, generate more leads, or establish strategic partnerships, LinkedIn is a powerful business tool that can connect your brand with more than 450 million professionals around the world. Here are 5 tips that can help you better engage your audiences and grow your business. Start with your personal LinkedIn profile. Ultimately, people want to do business with other people, which is why it is essential that you start by optimizing your personal LinkedIn profile. Your personal profile and those of your employees are the peaks that come together to create your brand. When someone searches your name, you want them to find something that makes you stick out from the crowd. Your profile is where your prospects' first impressions are formed and where they decide if they can see themselves working with you. Create an effective LinkedIn company page. It is good to think of your company's LinkedIn page as your business's LinkedIn profile. You need to create a company page that provides ample opportunities for prospects to learn more about your company, your employees, and to engage with relevant content. Define your audience and goals. As with marketing initiatives, you need to start by defining your goals. Once you understand what it is that you want to accomplish, it will be easier for you to identify your audience. If your company sells a productivity tool for social media specialists, for example, you want to get social media pros to test it, because you know that if they like it and use it, they are more likely to recommend it to their bosses. Optimize your page for search. Just like you would for company website, you want to optimize your LinkedIn company page for search. A well-optimized page can help you gain more visibility when people are searching for what your company offers. Make sure that your page is designed to be SEO friendly by including relevant keywords, linking your company website, and sharing relevant content with your audience. Add company page followers. When you can get people to follow your company page, any updates you share will appear directly on their LinkedIn page feed. The more followers you can get, the higher the reach potential for each update that you publish. Start by having your employees follow the page, then promote your company page outside the company. Finally, you can add a follow button on your website to make it easy for people to follow your LinkedIn company page. By putting these 5 steps into practice, you can accomplish big things with the help of LinkedIn. As you continue to grow and add more followers, you'll start to get even better results than you ever thought possible. In this presentation, I'm going to show you how to create a LinkedIn profile that will get you noticed. If you are looking to attract more prospects and clients with LinkedIn, then it is crucial that you understand what your ideal audience wants. A majority of them are not interested in reading an online version of your resume. What they do want to know is who you are, what products you provide, and how you can help them achieve their goals. Here's how to create a LinkedIn profile that will get you noticed and increase your leads. Start with a professional photo. If you don't already have a professional headshot, you'll need to add that to your to-do list. The photo you place on your LinkedIn profile may be your first impression with potential customers. Make sure that your professional picture is clean and professional looking. If it's not, then you need to upgrade it as soon as possible. Create a catchy headline. LinkedIn, by default, automatically populates your headline with your current title and company. But you don't have to leave it this way. You can change the headline to highlight your specialty and speak directly to your audience. You might want to consider making your headline searchable by including essential keywords. Include your biggest achievements. In the summary field of your profile, include 5 to 6 of your most significant achievements. To make it easier to read, be sure to use bullet points. Think about your target audience and then create a picture of how you can make their life easier. Add images to your experience. Adding media files to your experience is a great way to create a visual portfolio along with your standard resume information. Images will grab the attention of your target readers and increase the chances that they will stay and interact with you. Add links to relevant sites. If you have an online portfolio or work-related blog, make use of the 3 URLs that you can have on your profile and link back to them. Make sure that you are using discretion while adding links to other sites, as you still want your profile to be professional. Ask for recommendations. While endorsements are good, recommendations are the currency of LinkedIn. Take some time to reach out to past managers, colleagues, and associates to ask them to write you a recommendation. To ensure that you have a killer profile on LinkedIn, follow these easy steps. Having a killer profile will help you stand out amongst the crowd and gain more leads. In this tutorial, I'm going to provide you with essential strategies for leveraging LinkedIn to generate more leads. When used effectively, LinkedIn is a great prospecting and lead generating tool for businesses. With the right system and strategies, you can create quality leads for your business using the top professional networking platform online. Here are 5 key strategies for leveraging LinkedIn to generate leads for your business. Maintain a quality profile. Your profile on LinkedIn is your digital business card and interactive resume. It is typically the first place that new businesses will go to research and connect with a new prospect. It is essential that your LinkedIn profile contains a quality headshot and compelling headline, your experience and education, and a background image. Publish quality content. It is vital that you strategically consider the kind of content you post on LinkedIn. You want to make sure you use a mix of curated and organic material that is relevant to your target audience. Don't post anything that will detract from the professional image that you are trying to establish. Be sociable. LinkedIn is a professional social network, so if you want to generate more leads, then you need to be sociable and connect with other people. You need to be genuine in your communication with others and be sure to avoid using the default LinkedIn text. Leverage LinkedIn Sales Navigator. If you are serious about utilizing LinkedIn as a business tool, then you must upgrade to their Sales Navigator tool. This level of access will equip you with a myriad of tools to help you find, follow, and connect with key prospects. Develop a strategy and stick with it. One of the biggest mistakes you can make as a business professional with LinkedIn is not having a solid strategy to generate leads. Some of the most common mistakes are publishing poor content, helicoptering in and out, setting unrealistic expectations, and using the standard LinkedIn text. Having a solid strategy for connecting with prospects and getting them to convert to paying customers is essential if you want to utilize LinkedIn to generate more leads successfully. LinkedIn is just a tool that you can utilize to help your business grow. Your ability to manage it will directly impact the results you get. There is no shortcut or secret ingredient for generating more leads on LinkedIn. Like most of your efforts, it will take time and energy to leverage it to your advantage. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the best ways to increase highly targeted leads for your business in LinkedIn. LinkedIn has become a powerhouse when it comes to finding highly targeted leads for businesses. It boasts the highest average household income over any of the other major social networking sites, and nearly 45% of all users are business decision makers. This makes it the #1 place you should be spending your time if you want to attract the best leads to your business. Here are the best ways you can use LinkedIn to increase highly targeted leads to your business. Be specific. The key ingredient to getting more leads with LinkedIn is specificity. If you don't tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, then you will confuse those who find your profile. You have to be specific with your headline, current and past work experiences, specialties, and summary. This will allow others to know exactly how you can help them. Be creative. If you want to separate yourself from the pack, you have to get creative with your profile. Consider adding a video that will play automatically when people find your profile. You can add a welcome to my profile video or a video of one of your client praising your business, providing you with a great testimonial. Ask to connect. If you want more leads, ask for them. When someone lands on your profile that you don't want to leave because you haven't been able to give them a call to action because they got bored, let them know in your summary that you would love to connect. You should also take the initiative and reach out and connect with everyone. Add contact info. While it's great to connect on LinkedIn, it's even better to connect via phone or email. In your summary, make sure you are directing people to the contact page on your website, or add your direct line to have them reach you in real time. Offer to provide them with a free 15-minute phone consultation to get a boost in leads that will start flooding in. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, LinkedIn is the best way to attract leads when it comes to new customers, business partners, investors, affiliates, sponsors, and more. Just spend 20 minutes implementing these points and you will be amazed at the results. In this presentation, I'm going to show you the best ways you can use LinkedIn to promote your business and increase sales. LinkedIn has become a robust social media platform for connecting professionals all over the globe. While many people associate it with finding new jobs and advancing their career, it can also be a valuable tool for businesses to expand their network and increase sales. Here are the best ways to help you gain more traction on LinkedIn. Highlight your business on your profile. Your personal profile can still be a potent tool that can help you promote your business. LinkedIn provides you with the opportunity to present yourself as the person behind the company and build a professional reputation. If you want to increase sales, make sure that your personal profile includes links to your business website and details your business activities. Frequently update. With your company page, make sure to post news and updates to inform your professional community about the recent developments of your business. It is essential that you do this often and strategically. Include relevant updates like recently completed projects, new cooperation, creative tips, and new features and products. Use high-quality visuals. Everything from your logo to your profile image needs to be high quality. You want to take advantage of the limited freedom that LinkedIn offers in regards to the visuals you place on your company page. When you post updates, be sure to edit the images that are shown with it to make the most out of your visual content. Participate in groups. To promote your business, you need to be active in existing groups and interact with others. Make sure that you are providing valuable insight when you engage in conversations and avoid spamming the groups with posts about your business. You want to be able to create an actual conversation with others that creates real ties. If you can't find a group to participate in, consider starting a group that revolves around your specific interests. Interact with your network. Despite having a more professional focus, LinkedIn is still a social platform, which means you need to engage with other people if you want to be successful. LinkedIn will help you connect and interact with the right people by providing you with circles of connectivity. Like any other marketing channel, you need to make an effort to understand how LinkedIn can best work for you. If you want to see real results, learn about the features and tools available and implement these best practices in your LinkedIn marketing strategy. In this presentation, I'm going to present to you the top 5 strategies for using LinkedIn ads to generate more traffic for your business. In the paid advertising ecosystem, LinkedIn is extremely underutilized, especially considering that 79% of B2B marketers say LinkedIn is an effective way to generate leads for their business. When used correctly, LinkedIn can create a world of opportunity. Here are 5 strategies for using LinkedIn ads to generate more leads. Utilize targeting options. LinkedIn paid advertising offers users advanced targeting features. This makes it easy for you to target your ideal audience by current and past job roles, job titles, job functions, and schools, just to name a few. Utilizing the targeting option feature in LinkedIn can give you more confidence that the right prospects are seeing your ads. Run ads from your company page. The first set of LinkedIn ads you run can be done from your company page. This means that you need to make sure that you correctly set up your company page. This includes making sure that all the key fields are completed, and it should be search engine optimized to help reduce your ad spend. Know your perfect profile prospect. You have to have clarity around your audience. While the targeting of LinkedIn ads is relatively comprehensive, if you want it to work correctly, you have to have clarity around who you want your ads to target. The more targeted your audience is, the stronger return on investment that you will see. Develop strong content. You need to develop strong content for your ad, including both text and images. You might need to also create content for the specific ad offer. If your ad directs traffic to a landing page, then you will want to make sure that your landing page reflects the particular advertisement. Including images, according to a LinkedIn report, will lift your click-through rate by 20%, so make sure all your ads include at least one image. Know your projection and budget. Knowing your budget and projections means knowing your total ad costs and how that converts to your total cost for customer acquisition. If you know what you are trying to achieve, it will be much easier to calculate success down the road. To determine which ads are better return on your investment, consider using split test ads to see which works best. LinkedIn ads provide businesses with opportunity to target their advertising to their ideal audiences. Incorporate these 5 strategies into your LinkedIn advertising plan to generate more leads. In this presentation, I'm going to provide you with the top tips for using LinkedIn to increase business sales. LinkedIn has become one of the major social networks, with over 360 million members worldwide, and is, in fact, arguably the social network for businesses. More and more salespeople are using LinkedIn as their primary source for generating new leads. If you're looking for a way to turbocharge your sales, here are some of the top tips for using LinkedIn to increase your sales. Never miss a chance to connect. Your contacts are the currency of LinkedIn. If your contacts are predominantly friends, family, and old school pals, then you have some work to do. Your first-level contacts open up a path to a wide variety of second and third-level connections. This is how you can scale your network. When you meet people online or off, follow the meeting up with a quick connection request. Discover how to map your prospects. You need to know who the decision makers are in a company. Luckily, many people will include which team they're in, which office they work at, and what projects they're currently working on right in their profile. With a bit of detective work, you can build a picture of who you need to talk to, what they're like, and what they've worked on before. This can help you create a clearer picture of who you'll need to influence to make the sale. Unlock a smarter way to search. With LinkedIn's advanced search, you can locate people by company, title, location, and keyword. Subscribe to a paid account, and you can add seniority level and company size as well. You can dig deep and identify critical individuals quickly by mixing the different filters. Learn what's going on in your prospect companies. As any good salesperson knows, change creates opportunities. People join, people leave, and companies make big announcements. Any of these changes can create a good reason for you to get in touch and offer help. Following your prospect companies through LinkedIn will make it easy for you to stay up to date with what's happening and help you spot new opportunities. While LinkedIn isn't able to make a sale for you, you can gain a substantial advantage over your competitors when you use it intelligently. With the power of LinkedIn, you can obtain a crucial edge that can translate into increased sales.